I'm going to go over the lessons at the end. 3, 2, 1. And we're live. I don't have my hat. All right, guys. Jeff J here to make your day. I'm going to get right into wake up. If you have a brand or a business, I'm actually going to show you a video on my YouTube. Let's see if it's still on here. Oh, we got Ramses in here. So anybody who's paid $197 gets to get in here. But this is going to be basically someone that's going to live on later on, and we're live. You will see Ramses. I don't know why I'm saying it wrong. Tomorrow we do an Instagram live, changing lives. It's $556. He'll be someone featured tomorrow. All right, this is what you're going to be seeing next Thursday this time. So if you're on YouTube or Facebook and you're watching this, turn it on. The Billionaire Blueprint to get a $1 million business evaluation. And even if you're sitting back in your dad's house for it, we came here to record this because I remember my dad used to say, hey, why don't you sit back here and do a webinar? And I thought the other day, if my dad passed away, I never did a webinar here. And I don't know if I'm ever coming back to this godforsaken, and I mean godforsaken state, Connecticut. But while we're here up on the East Coast, we're going to be in Boston this weekend. Anybody in Boston this weekend want to come up and meet us and one of the head commercial real estate investors, Robert, you can do that. But I'm going to get right into tonight's training. We'll take questions at the end. We do these on Thursday nights. They're actually master classes that's going to teach you some stuff. We're going to go through some live video from Grant. It's going to be more structured next week. It's going to be an 8-part series. This is just an introduction to it. All right. So actually, before we go into that, I'm going to go to my Instagram story. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm JeffTheEntrepreneur on Instagram. And for those, it's funny. I feel like everybody sees the story, but they don't. This is the story video.
Jay Waller did inspire me of paying off your mortgage for the month. So that's that month. But let's try it. Let's hit targets every month so we can make this every month. Okay. Amen. Amen. All right. I appreciate you. I love you, Dad. I just didn't know. I didn't know if I'd be able to do that. And then, hey, maybe there's a video of him paying off his dad's house. Did I ever show it to you? No. I'll show it to you when I stop back home. I'll show it to you. It's a really good moment. It's cool. The way he tells his dad reminds me of like if I tell you, and I don't know if I'm gonna get that shot, but
here, Jeff, my frame of mind was just to work this job a year. And have everything paid off. Really, that's it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're gonna make a way to. I'm gonna make a way to do this to pay it off. I'm gonna work harder than ever. But no more distractions.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got it, Dad. Anytime.
I love you.
Love you too. 3 things that I look for.
All right, so we're gonna listen to this one, the video here. That's Justin Waller, Jay Waller. He's on Bradley's podcast. And he reshared it. So I'm gonna go into. So I'm sitting here in this house, okay.
To share your story.
As a kid,
I think so many people are.
I'm practicing what I preach.
And kind of the green point was me. I told multiple stories in this, right? Mm-hmm. There's something like powerful because like we all watch people. We watch movies. We listen to things. They're all.
So all right. So I got most influential of 2023. I'll explain that eventually later. We have some people hating on that. Let me take this out. Let's get comfortable. I'm going to go in. I'm going to share my screen here. All right. So we're actually trying to get, we're cutting weight and gaining muscle soon. Thanks to this new program. But let me go into this. I'm going to go right in to this here. So if you guys go, I'm going to give you guys homework before next week. Anybody who's watching this on the live, if you go to YouTube, okay. I said I would do this for everybody else in. We're going to teach a summit next week. It's $197 to attend this summit for it. And it's a series of 8 calls out there. And if you search this video here, okay, and you ever think, man, I'm in the wrong town, and you search Grant Cardone Undercover Billionaire, you will find this one leaked. You see, I'm going to watch it. It's 8 hours. We're going to do 8 episodes, an hour each episode on it. And you're going to see he gets dropped off in a town. And what he does a breakdown. I'm going to teach the American still alive. The American dream is still alive. We still have capitalism. While we do, I've been very loosely connected to Grant. I love PBD. I love all these guys. I'm kind of one of them, but I want to teach lessons just so if you get stuck in a town or like a city like I was in Connecticut, I lost my passport, you can make the most out of it and build $1 million business just the way GC does it. And you don't even have to give up your brand or your name. And this is why branding is important. Grant did because Grant's great. And you could do it without your brand, but why don't you do it? We're going to connect it with your brand and everything to do it as well. So I'm going to go into, let's go into this Canva here. All right. So this is, we do all summits and seminars. Shout out to everybody here. So this is actually, I don't even know if I should show this because we got to get written approval from Discovery to put it, but this is it. Lessons from Undercover Billionaire. All right. So you can DM Zoom for the link and it'll be $197 starting next week. So let me go into what we did. So for those who don't know, I had someone reach out to me and say, man, Grant built the same business you have with Changing Life Consulting. I said, what do you mean? He goes, they post on social media for companies and they charge like $5K a month. That's what you do. So I went, I watched it, and this is it, man. So we're not going to get in trouble. We're not affiliated with Grant here. But listen, one thing I've always been doing is I've been waking up brands and business. I'm saying, wake up your brand. Marketing is all storytelling. So I'm going to tell a few stories to some people we've done it for before. And we're going on tour. We're going to be in Boston. We're going to get signs made. We're going to be Boston, New York, Stanford, Miami, Dallas, maybe even Boise, Idaho, with Wake Up Your Brand and Business Tour going forward. Okay. And New York and all the great places. Okay. So people who are working with our company of Change Life Consulting are literally having their life change. And more so than just making money and have monetary goals, which thanks to Robert, man, we're going to have to sell his spreadsheet on Value Ladder and how to do it. I was actually testing out today. It's phenomenal. They're getting never before shared proven systems that have worked time and time again that I've gone to masterminds from. Create winning offers, webinars. Okay, that's kind of what this is a teaching. Podcasts, ebooks, speaking gigs, brand media kits, making 6, 7, yes, even 8 figures through systems we teach in our program. And literally, I'd probably paid off my dad's house if I did profit share or perpetuity or any of those, but I went out and hustled every time and charged a very low fee. You can ask anybody out there that I did before we started getting 30, 50, and 100K deals, which now maybe we'll be able to backfill everything. So the real flex is how many lives you can possibly impact. All right. So I was featured on Amazon Prime to tell the story. If you haven't seen it, go on Amazon Prime, search it, you can buy it. You can actually find out my YouTube channel on here, Jeff J. Cunningham, and see the whole story of the dreams that keep me awake to build the biggest franchise ever in honor of my brother called Kokomo J's. Just like Starbucks, just like Dunkin' Donuts, I'm going to build one there. But more so that we're actually building the celebrity podcast. We're going to be starting in September this year in my hometown of Miami. So if you're in there and you know that you want to sit in, we'll probably sell tickets to come see celebrities like this guy here who does business and charity, knows a few more celebrities than me. His name's Adam Weitzman. Forget the fact that he's a billionaire, okay, and he has the blueprint. I had the pleasure of being on the phone with him, sharing the story, and he told me one tip advice that I'm gonna share with you at the end, which you don't want to miss.
I'm doing a lot of speaking. I've been, doing Instagram videos, and a lot of people from high level are reaching out to me, and they want to acquire my services. They want me to come speak. They want me to come be part of their team. And the moment that I started getting those invitations, I thought about Jeff, and I said, listen, I got to give credit to Jeff, because it was Jeff that kind of recentered me and refocused me and reminded me that, Corey, you have the skill set, you have the ability, you just got to do it, right? And so you came along and you took this raw talent that I have and you kind of framed it for me. And so now that it's framed, I'm more confident as I walk into these particular arenas to communicate, because not only do I have the talent, but now I have the strategy and I have the product that I can offer to them. And that makes the world of a difference, right? It's a lot of people that have the talent, but they don't have somebody like a Jeff that can come along and say, hey, I see your talent, but let's move this piece here, do this and do this. And I think that's the benefit of having coaches, right? I'm a coach, but I needed a coach to help me pivot my life so I can help other people. So, man, I appreciate you for that, for sure.
So he said the strategy and the product. That's what we give all the time, strategy and product. I'm a strategizer. I look at that and I think of, man, what would Tony Robbins look like when he's younger? What would Grant Cardone look? That's it right there, guys. So you're part of something special. If you said, hey, I ever want to go in, we're about to push out. What we do is we push out content for big brands. This guy owns a big tax firm. He had a coaching program at Mastermind. So I've been featured, by the way, there's a great book that you can read called Free PR and get a lot of free PR. I've been featured in Disrupt Media, totally for free. Tony Delgado now is a good friend. He was at my Miami meetup in Swan. It was a great time. And I just encourage someone to do work with him for it. I have a huge amount of connections, but I'll say every press is paid for. The one in Las Vegas Weekly, I wrote myself. I'll tell you the tips of it later on and how you don't have to spend $1,000 to get your story out. Okay. Sometimes you do. LA Style was a totally different story behind why we got behind that. and their dedication. I'm a Jesus guy, and I was kind of shy about saying it out, but she wasn't. She bought out LA Style magazine. Her name's Trisha Love. We'll probably do something together when we do our big event in Vegas called Changing Lives. It's gonna be really special in Vegas to a lot of people.
Here, man, with the legend, the VIP Myron Golden. We out here, man, in Holiday, Florida. We just got done speaking, man, impacting lives. This one, my boy Jeff, the entrepreneur.
So anyway, it's funny. Myron is if you don't know these guys, they're great. They might be getting awards. This is him talking. He wanted to be able to share stories, speak, and then he's getting speaking gigs shortly after. So
I watch him sit up there and bro, I can break down your whole scam and how you were doing it. This is how you did it.
Jeremy,
No.
Jeremy,
Okay, I won't.
Jeremy, you said, dude, you were saying some of this stuff about me at one time.
Yeah, 100%.
do your research, man. Go find anybody that I did. I mean this. I challenge you.
That ain't Jeff. That ain't Jeff. Jeff's got a right to make a living too, man.
I
Bro,
agree.
It's not about that, bro. It's like,
Jeff's
come
a
on,
good
man,
guy,
But
dude.
he's not doing that, bro. He's not doing.
So some of these guys, we're gonna have a celebrity side. I'm gonna stop this right here. I'm gonna go into the YouTube channel of episode 1, and next week on this. So if you opt in, it's $197. We're gonna teach lessons and tactical lessons from the Undercover Billionaire and how you can do it, whatever state you're in, get contracts, and maybe even be kind of just getting a $1 million evaluation. This was my most favorite moment. Grant had my back. Ty Lopez said he'd come in studio. These were guys that I used to idolize after. And now they're people who they know who I am. I was talking to Grant the other day on Twitter Spaces when he had that in. So let me go now. We're going to make this a little bit more live. We'll go right back to YouTube. We're going to go episode 1. Okay. So instead of if they actually did episode 1, let's see if we have it here. So this is all right. Behind the scenes, 8 days ago, episode 1. All right.
Is the American dream still alive? My name's Grant Cardone.
I'm going to show you
a challenge to build $1 million business in
So it's
90
an hour.
days.
It's not going to be an hour. We're going to go over this every time.
Human being.
So we're going to drop it in
I'm
right
really thinking I'll have you there
here.
to go meet a business. And the third thing I was going to do was go work out at a gym. And none of that was told. Why do I want to work out at a gym? Discovery asked me, but never made it to the show. They thought and still think today that I was trying to take care of my body. Oh, the guy's so egotistical, he wants to keep his pump on. Had nothing to do with my pump. It had something to do with people. People are in gyms. Okay. I know there's human contact in a gym. Last thing before we go back. The other thing they didn't show you is that I actually went to 2 gyms before I got to Matt's gym. I went to a rinky-dink gym in downtown Pueblo, walked in, I'm like, there's no players in here. There's one person, no players. The people are not quality. It's not going to happen here. There's no contacts. I immediately left there, cut my workout short, and headed over to Matt Smith's place where I start making contacts. I could go on and on, man. There's so many little plays behind this.
Okay, so that's the first thing I want to show is the people you're around. When I was in North Miami, all right, let me stop sharing for a second. We'll share this here. When I was in North Miami, okay, and I'm locked in there, went to gyms. I did the same exact thing. I went to a gym and I got players. I went to LA Fitness. Shout out to the guy who owns the one in North Miami. I forget his name. He knows PBD. But there were players in that gym, and I stayed at that gym. Yeah, I went and worked out legs with the girl who got me to work out legs, who was hooking me down. I'm doing all the girl leg exercises. But aside from that, I'm meeting players at the gym in contacts. There's a guy who has a car company that I met out there on the gym in the resort, and I'm networking. Guys in the gym are out there working, right? You're getting fit. You want to be something. You want to be better. That's where if you don't have a lead or contacts, you want to practice, go tell your story. Maybe don't interrupt someone in a workout, but it's a busy gym and they want to work out sets with you. It's a great way to do it. That's exactly what I did. The first lesson that we're going to go over in a breakout episode 1 is literally going to places to do contact, right? A gym is one. There's other places you can go. I go to hotel rooms and I'll work until I get kicked out. Maybe we'll share the story of that next week. I'll blast out the girl. I think I still have her car on here, but I shouldn't do that. I just have a lot of people. All right. So we're going to break this out. As you can see, guys, I want you to take notes. It's going to be really valuable. I just want to give you a tidbit of it, of what we're going to do. But let me get back into this because I had a hater today, man. I had a hater drinking the haterade say, Jeff, these guys don't know you. PBD doesn't know who you are. So we're going to show it. We're going to show this slide next week with a few more of these. Okay. So right in here, this is Lewis House saying, love that man, pumped to hear it. Would love to get a testimony about your results. Don't know what he is starting. So I was trying to recruit him with Ed Milet's business. If you don't know these guys, these are all legends in the space of brand. But I've been back by most popular brands. This will show this is me and that. All right. So I want you guys to figure out right now for you. All right. This call, by the way, if you're on this call right now, treat it like you just dropped $6 grand in the bank. Because I used to do this call for $6 grand. And I'm going to lead you at the end an opportunity. I'm no longer getting on any sales calls now to go over stuff. I used to say, hey, I'll get on the call with you personally. We're like, I know I'm sitting on this rinky dink here, but to leverage our time and really help my dad I'm going to give him a portion of the sales that you work on me. You're going to get a phone call with either him or my executive assistant. Okay. And you're going to be able to really listen. And if you choose to work with me, just know that that's going to help pay off this house and go for it. I thought about doing a GoFundMe to do it and do something like that, but I was like, that's not an entrepreneur way. What day? So we're going to leverage my time out, but I make it easy accessible. If you are a subscriber to me or you're on Connect or any of the things that I'm on, we'll do it. But where are you at? Are you you building your audience? Are you just learning to tell your story like my boy Ramsey or like Nathaniel was tonight on Changing Lives Live on Instagram, right? Are you amplifying your message and expert positioning? Maybe you already have an ebook out there. You want to publish a book. You're with a book deal, leverage your community, or you want to start a group call like I've done over the years, right? Maybe you have a membership, okay? Maybe you want to create a digital course. You don't know, or you have a digital course that's not selling. I work with people like that, right? Maybe you see me speaking at events. I'm speaking to Miami AI Summit. We're doing something in Boston, right? Like, man, I want to do speaking like Jeff, right? We do a separate teaching. It's storytostage2022.com. It's a $3 grand offer. We teach just the speaking part of it. But then we have the whole thing included in here and we give it into you. If you want to get speaking gigs, like I have, how to price out speaking, how to make money off stage, like I've done. I got speaking in Vegas and I got a $6K deal right after that, right? Got another paid $8 grand to speak, right? So this is all money that we've done over the time where we get sponsorships, right? Group coaching, we have the Changing Lives Inner Circle, very special Inner Circle, great testimony. It's Inner Circle, you got to apply, you got to be on a driven thing. It's all guys building their brand, their stories up and developing products. That's Tuesdays at 8. I do that live, and sometimes we have some guest speaker in. Sponsored partnerships, which we have. Multi-day conference is probably the only thing I haven't done yet, and we're doing it. Well, we're doing little meetups, okay? Not multi-days, but we're going to be doing multi-day Zooms. This is kind of one, right? It's a virtual one, but we're going to be doing one in Vegas in December of 2024. High-end mastermind. I did my first one in Cancun. We're doing another one in Colombia if everything goes through. I don't know if we're going to get tie there, but we're definitely going to do one in Miami as well, where I'm at, because everybody always wants to get a coffee there. Apparently, that's a running joke. Joint ventures is what I have with, I'll show you on the thing of a lot of joint ventures I created. I was on a call with the guy who's a real estate legend. I won't say their name because we're not a joint venture with them yet, but we pitched it back to them. Investor advisor roles. I've been offered equity in really bad companies and some pretty good companies, just like Gary Vee got equity in Facebook and Twitter. There's some apps there that now they're giving me equity and bringing me out as an advisor role. I had one of the guys who started hating on me say he would bring me an advisor for the company, and then that. Influencer deals. I have a new course coming out. It's a great course. If you ever want to get paid influencer deals, it's what not only I've done, but I've helped a lot of girls do it. If you're a girl, we made the course just for you. All right. But people inside the program are having their life change. This is John Jasnik. You can hit him up. The guy flips land. He's a land expert. He literally knows he has a course. He has a mastermind, all that same stuff that if you ever wanted to do that, he's over 10.2 million. Not that I've helped him directly get to that point. And trust me, I wish I did, because I think I would have got a little bit more. Probably could have paid my dad's house up, but I always would jump on a call anytime he needed it. He always had a page full of notes on where it was. This is June here. And by the way, these guys who are in the inner circle, if they want to come across anybody who's been invested with me in the past is going to get to all these trainings, right? So the training when we drag, I don't have the 197, I want to do it. Hey, if you're a past member, you get a special invite. It's family. Okay. If you don't have family, just the way I take care of family here, we're going to take care of that as well. So June, Afraid to Speak, go to look up June Human on YouTube. He now owns Viral Alchemy. He would do it all for these other channels. He'd monetize everybody's YouTube channel, be behind the scenes. I said, no, man, you got to get your voice out there. He's an engineer genius like my buddy Ramsey's here. He said, this is priceless. Can't put a value on it. No one has been able to unleash the eye of the tiger but you. I said, you got it. I believe in you and the vision and what we were building together. And man, it's not been easy. All right. So
have you ever been burned? like spent a ton of money to get a certain result and didn't get it. Trust me, I've been there time and time again, and I've seen thousands of people get there, which is exactly why I'm not here to waste your time and, more importantly, your money. I'm the founder of Change Lives Consulting, where I've actually put together CLC licensee of trusted-minded experts, whether it's Caesar of Silver Spoon Agency, whether it's India Day of Audate Media, whether it's Drew Navarro Alchemy. These are trusted-minded CLC consultants that can really give you the valuable advice that you need, whether it's growing up your business, your brand, in any level you want. We have executive assistants and people to really answer your questions to find out what is right for you before you go out there and waste thousands of dollars on something. This is why we're here. We're here not to waste your time, but more importantly, your money. I'm Jeff J. Cunningham, better known as Jeff the Entrepreneur. I built up a strong brand as a paid influencer overline, telling a story and a mission that still is true today. It's building the biggest franchise ever called Kokomo J's in honor of my brother who I lost years ago to drugs, fentanyl, and I'm going to build that in honor of him. And through that, there's a quote: if you help enough people get where they want, you'll get to where you want. And through the time, I've gotten really good at marketing and copy, and I really help people blow up their brands. And really now been blessed to being paid to speak and travel and helping other brands do that as well. So whether you want personal branding, whether you want to build out your systems, whether you need leadership and culture for your business, whether you need marketing and ad spend, make sure you're spending the right ad spend, or you need video editing. This is all the services that we have with the licensees right now to help provide it and give you the right value. If you'd like to apply to be a licensee, since we get thousands of people trying to talk to us daily, we'd like to vet and see if maybe that you're a good opportunity to apply for a licensee. But no matter what you choose to do, know that we are here with integrity and to inspire others always to change lives going forward. Because one life change means you go and change someone else's life. And that's why we're here on this planet.
So that's tough for me to watch that. I think I did okay there. That was in my penthouse in Miami. I love it. My hometown is Midtown Miami. We're going to be doing meetups then. So these are some of the licensees and trusted partners of us. Mastery Management is a course. They do the interview sheet that if you ever want to build a team or management as you start building your team and need to hire A players. That's it as well. Also, Progretta is our CRM software, similar to ClickFunnels. It's a go high level white label, but it's different because it has the team behind it. Felice, Andy O'Day, all these guys behind it are great. I love it. I have my course on there. Love Progretta. It means we care about your progression daily. Silver Spoon Agency is another version of me, man. They do branding, they do logos, they do marketing. They did the Changing Life Consulting logo, our most famous logo that came out after, and everybody wants the hats and t-shirts. So they do a lot of that stuff and brand kits. They're phenomenal. Bar Alchemy is the company I acquired. We do a 50-50 split. If you guys need anything scripted out on YouTube to get monetized on YouTube and have scripted out, June scripted out a ton for me and his team and his whole team of editors in the back end. So we have that where we can really post and blow up your brand. And then Audate Media is a company that they actually helped me find one of my assistants now who's taking over, as we're going to move an assistant on that you're going to be able to talk to at the end when you want to. So important reminder, the guy who's going to take the call at the end, that if you book it, okay, his name's Ken, and we'll probably have another one too. But these are valued consulting calls. They've done they're sales consultants, meaning they've actually consulted people on their scripts to make their sales better. So take advantage of this call. We only get paid for our time for our business daily. We really don't have any crazy courses and stuff we sell. Yeah, we sell little events and stuff like that. But that's how I make my living. Everything you've seen that I've ever got or what I'm going to do is basically through the words of my voice. And I decided to do that because there was a supply and demand for it. I figured people could do it. We have multiple courses coming out, but sometimes I feel direct is one-on-one. Sometimes I know I used to buy a course and didn't have it work. So I want to make sure they're the best on here. Oh, we got Memio in here. All right. So we only we respect your time as well as we respect a deposit of $100 to be credited towards a service or return if you find no value. Okay, so the legend's on here, man. This guy, we got to brand this guy right here. Remember, he came in. I'm gonna go back and show some stuff for him since he just came in now. How you doing on a scale of 1 to 10, Memio? We're live on YouTube and Facebook too. So
hey, that's what's up, man. I'm at level 100 right now.
Dude, level 100. All right. So I'm going to go back just because he was in here. So you missed the first lesson. So what we're doing, and we're going to go on it next week. We're starting a whole 8-week series on Undercover Billionaire and how to get a $1 million evaluation of your business. Just like Granted, I'm doing it in Connecticut. I did it in Connecticut right now. I'm going to go over all the same 8 action steps that Grant gave over the next 6 weeks. So he started a company called Wake Up Pueblo. So we're going on tour kind of in this way because we post all for social medias and personal branding and business brand. So wake up your brand and business. We'll be in whatchamacallit this weekend, Boston. I did show a video really quick of Justin Waller. It was on my story, and it was really, I'm sitting because my dad always would say, this is the house that him and my mom bought. And my mom died with no life insurance. And I took out loans to keep this damn house that I'm sitting in here that I hate personally. It's really falling apart, but it was my dad's house. He loved it. He didn't want to come to Florida with me. So it was a blessing to come here and spend some time with him. And he said, Jeff, I have a beautiful deck out here. And he's right. This is probably the most beautiful part of the house. He goes, oh, why don't you go out there and do a webinar? And I never did. So I figured, you know what? And I'm my dad, in case he's not alive, I'm going to do it here for at least for me. And it's all the same thing. So before I go off there, but there's a video right here of me talking to him right here.
So much. Yeah, you got it, Dad. Anytime. I love it. Love you too.
So we had our best month, and I want to do what this guy Jay Waller did. And he paid off his dad's house. And I watched a guy in construction business do that. And I thought, you know, I never had the chance to do that because I was owning some stuff. So we made a new goal, new target. And at the end of this call, if you want to book a call, you'll be able to talk to Executive Assistant Ken on any way, personal or business branding. You have any questions, this call is worth $6K. All right. I've been doing this for years, been doing this for 4 years only. And I finally went full time in it when I was selling that. So people are working with our company are having their life change 6, 7, and 8 figures through systems we teach in our program. The real flex, though, is how many lives you can impact with your story and your knowledge. That's really what we do. So I've spoken on Amazon Prime. You can see my full story there. And Adam Weitzman is the guy. He's a billionaire, owns 3 businesses in New York. He's a charity, probably be on the board of advisors when we do open Kokomo J's. I shared the story. I lost my brother to drugs, fentanyl about 6 years ago. I decided to build a coffee shop music studio in honor of him. And there's a quote, if you help enough people get there where you want, you can get to where they want, you can get to where you want. And I've done it and helped multiple people brand since then.
A lot of speaking, I've been, doing Instagram videos, and a lot of people from high level are reaching out to me, and they want to acquire my services. They want me to come speak. They want me to come be part of their team. And the moment that I started getting those invitations, I thought about Jeff, and I said, listen, I got to give credit to Jeff, because it was Jeff that kind of recentered me and refocused me and reminded me that, Corey, you have the skill set, you have the ability, you just got to do it, right? And so you came along and you took this raw talent that I have and you kind of framed it for me. And so now that it's framed, I'm more confident as I walk into these particular arenas to communicate, because not only do I have the talent, but now I have the strategy and I have the product that I can offer to them. And that makes the world of a difference, right? There's a lot of people that have the talent, but they don't have somebody like a Jeff that can come along and say, hey, I see your talent, but let's move this piece here, do this and do this. And I think that's the benefit of having coaches, right? I'm a coach, but I needed a coach to help me pivot my life so I can help other people.
So anyway, so basically that would happen. By the way, all press is paid for before you spend a ton of money. I know I was on a call. Remember we called Albert up saying 10,000, 15,000. You can actually get stuff for $250 and repurpose the right way. And I know I'm a little Italian. I guess my grandma was partly Jewish. I don't know if I'm Jewish, but I like to save money, not spend so much as a consultant. Sure, I get paid a lot to consult, but when we do that, we over deliver all the way too, right? Since then, this was him.
That's just the VIP Myra Golden. We out here, man, in Holiday, Florida. We just got done speaking, man, impacting lives. This from my boy, Jeff, the entrepreneur. What's up, Jeff?
So I'll tell a little bit of that later, but obviously he got there and got more. Best moment here.
Bro, I can break down your whole scam and how you were doing it. This is how you did it.
Jeremy,
Okay, I won't.
you said, dude, you were saying some of this stuff about me at one time.
Yeah,
100%.
Do your research, man. Go find anybody that I did. I mean this. I challenge
That ain't Jeff. That ain't Jeff. Jeff's got a right to make a living too, man.
I
Bro,
agree.
It's not about that, bro. It's like,
Jeff's a good guy,
But
dude.
he's not doing that, bro. He's not doing.
So that was the coolest moment ever. I've always had Grant's back. He was one guy I invested probably not enough money to him, but a lot of money to me at the day. And I built up a brand. And I got really good at this marketing and branding thing very well, helping people tell stories and stuff where a lot of trusted brands would fly me out over the country, high level CEOs. This is Lewis Howes. The video will show next week on this. We're going to break down Grant's Undercover Billionaire starting next week. So keep on your calendar next week around 8 o'clock every Thursday. We do a series at 8. It's $197 to opt into all 8 of them. And we're going to teach lessons. The one that we did before you came on was go to the gym or go to the thing and how I actually did it to build a contact in this town when I got, I don't know if you've ever been in Connecticut, but Connecticut's not that great. But where you're at, and you can put it in the chat right now, or really make a note if you book a call to talk to one of our executive assistants, our basically our sales consultants, right? The guys are they're a little bit older than me, a little more valued in that spot. But I want to know, are you building your audience right now? Are you amplifying your mission, expert? Do you want to leverage a community? Do you want to publish a book? This is all stuff I've done on it. This is what I help people do all the time. By the way, I'll give you a quick tidbit. If you want to be an Amazon bestseller, they charge you 10 and 15 grand. Other places, you really only need 100 bought done in the comments in an hour in that section, and you can list it for 99 cents and you can buy it yourself and become an Amazon bestseller. So before you go out and want to brand yourself, I'm giving you that tip there too as well. We're actually coming out with a new ebook called the 100K Formula, how to really get to 100K months, which we've done for other people. That's always our target for anybody who joins us. And then launch a membership and grow. Flapstick digital course. Trust me, that's been painful to do. I'm with you. We help you go through it so you can do it. Everybody wants when you see people making money online. I've done it time and time again for people and did it for myself. Keynote speaking, I'm blessed. If you guys are in Miami, I'm speaking on AI. And April at the end, I'll be back in my hometown, Miami. Can't wait. Group coaching we do every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. It's the Changing Lives Inner Circle. It's a marketing mastermind. And then sponsored partnerships, multi-day conferences. We're going to be doing one. It's going to be special. I know you guys are watching this now on the replay, but it's going to be called Changing Lives. We're going to be giving out awards to some of the greatest entrepreneurs. It's going to be in Vegas. And we partnered with a girl on it, and she's really good. She's very well connected out there. High-end masterminds. I did my first one after I spoke at an event in Vegas in Cancun. It was called No Brainer Offers, structuring people's no brainer offers. Guy made 10 grand right at that mastermind. We're doing another one in Colombia and another one in Miami. Those are coming up. Joint ventures as well. I'll show you some of the joint ventures of people. I can't build this all myself. So just trusted partners who are now paid to have a licensee with us. So they're certified. So if you see the Changing Life Consulting logo, they're trusted certified marketers because there's so much BS in marketing. And then investor advisory roles. I've actually been blessed. My really modeled my business after Gary Vee, if you know who that is. And I've been blessed. Some companies want to give you equity too soon. They wouldn't take, but some companies have taken it. So we'll see if they do well. And then I've gotten paid influencer deals just for shout outs. Made 1,500 on a shout out. We'll share later on as we influencer grows. But this is John Jasniak. If you think, man, I can't brand myself or anything, this is a cowboy. He actually now owns a town called Cornelius, Texas. In Texas, he owns a whole town now, but he didn't when I first met him. I can show you testimonies back when I was back in this state when I first started coaching him back in the day. And it was back when I started my coaching program because I didn't know it was valuable. I charge people $250 and say, if you pay to me $250, I'll guarantee you make $2,500 your money back. And man, now he's at 10.2 million. I probably should have took a profit share, but he still comes back for stuff. So it's not a bad deal. Probably would have paid off my dad's house. This is June. If you guys are technicians, this guy did not want to brand himself. He was so scared on it. He said, this is priceless. Can't put a value on this. No one has been able to leash the eye of the tiger but you. And I said, you got it. I believe in you, the vision and what we were building together. I actually acquired his little business, which probably wasn't smart, as entrepreneurs were like, hey, let's just go do this, called Viral Alchemy. It's a video editing company that posted it everywhere. He actually does the scripting out for you. It's a high-end service. So
have you ever been burned? Like spend a ton of money to get a certain result and didn't get it. Trust me, I've been there time and time again, and I've seen thousands of people get there, which is exactly why I'm not here to waste your time and more importantly, your money. I'm the founder of Change Lives Consulting, where I've actually put together CLC licensee of trusted-minded experts, whether it's Caesar of Silver Spoon Agency, whether it's Andy Ade of Audate Media, whether it's Drew Navarro Alchemy. These are trusted-minded CLC consultants that can really give you the valuable advice that you need, whether it's growing up your business, your brand, in any level you want. We have executive assistants and people to really answer your questions to find out what is right for you before you go out there and waste thousands of dollars on something. This is why we're here. We're here not to waste your time, but more importantly, your money. I'm Jeff J. Cunningham, better known as Jeff the Entrepreneur. I built up a strong brand as a paid influencer overline, telling a story and a mission that still is true today. It's building the biggest franchise ever called Kokomo J's in honor of my brother who I lost years ago to drugs, fentanyl, and I'm going to build that in honor of him. And through that, there's a quote: if you help enough people get where they want, you'll get to where you want. And through the time, I've gotten really good at marketing and copy, and I really help people blow up their brands and really now been blessed of being paid to speak and travel and doing and helping other brands do that as well. So whether you want personal branding, whether you want to build out your systems, whether you need leadership and culture for your business, whether you need marketing and ad spend, make sure you're spending the right ad spend, or you need video editing, this is all the services that we have with the licensees right now to help provide it and give you the right value. If you'd like to apply to be a licensee, since we get thousands of people trying to talk to us daily, we'd like to vet and see if maybe that you're a good opportunity to apply for a licensee. But no matter what you choose to do, know that we are here with integrity and to inspire others always to change lives going forward. Because one life change means you go and change someone else's life. And that's why we're here.
So I was a little nervous to watch that video when you're watching yourself again, but that was me trying to be professional on myself anyway in it. But these are all licensees trusted. So they paid to be repped. It's almost like a Better Business Bureau for it, but for marketers. These are all marketing services that we rep. And I do get a referral on some of them. We actually acquired Viral Alchemy. Audate Media hosts VAs. We found our VA there. Mastery Management. So if you need assistance, they help out with that. They found me my chief HR officer, which was a gift. If you guys are ever structural into systems, do that. Mastery Management, we used a company that he used to quote for training for the best hiring sheet, literally. And I'll give it to you. Anybody who's on this call, if you want it, I'll DM me at JeffTheEntrepreneur. Great sheet. We've used it for Fortune 500 companies. Give it to them. It was awesome. And then Progretta is our software we use to post your course on. And then Silver Spoon Agency, they do the brand logo. They did Change Life Consulting. They do a lot of logos and a lot of ad spend. But this is where when the legend came on memo I was going for. So at the end, you'll get an option to answer 4 questions. If this is something ever that you want to do, build your brand and maybe get a $1 million evaluation in your business and make 100K months with selling your knowledge. Okay. That's kind of what we do. We help people brand and we do business brands as well. So the guy who's going to be on the call it's a 6,000 paid call. You can see someone paid something odd and with tax it came to 6,000 for the same call that you're going to be getting after this. Okay. If you answer the question. So we respect your time. And we used to ask, we don't ask for it anymore, $100 deposit because people would not show up. You know how it is. And it kind of fixed it for a while. We're not doing that anymore, but it'll be credited towards the service when our service are lower. We only ask that you do not cancel or do 48 hours. If anything happens, we'll do it. Be present on the call, not in a distracting environment. And please watch this video to completion with answers to the questions, which I'll go in. So our promise to you is to have you become quickly well-known, build the most known trusted brand, automate your impact. Okay. So we're taking this video live on YouTube. If this works good, we're going to automate this video live and people see it later on. Get leads and endless customers and build a team or apply to join ours, even if no one knows who you are right now, without making tons of posts to get attention, going live and wasting endless money on ads, which I've done. So I'm Jeff J. Cunningham, founder of Changing Life Consulting. What I'm about to show you is the most powerful and simple ways to generate leads, build an audience, and have customers who want to buy from you over and over again without spending a dime on advertising. We've been doing something we've been doing since babies. It's talk. I can't even believe this really worked. I really can't. Every time I read this, I taught this simple format to the person, but it was the right person who took action and made $997 the same day.
I want to give a shout out to Jeff, the entrepreneur. Okay. Literally within the first day of the coaching, I think I had his coaching like around 1, 2 o'clock, a couple of days ago, 2 days ago. That same night, I made $10,000. By the little things that he told me to do to change, to modify my story. I mean, I did have my story kind of ready. I was ready. My product was ready. But as soon as I implemented what he told me, I mean, I hit up 3 people and one of them said, sign me up, I'm in. So listen to Jeff. He's the man. Thank you very much, Jeff. You're worth more than anything I ever paid for to any coach. Much love, brother.
So the reason why I'll show this, and by the way, that video never gets old. I'll probably show it in a long time. I was actually at a driven event. I met this guy. He comes up to me and goes, I want your phone number. I go, why do you want my phone number? He's like, I'm going to call you every day. I said, then you can't have my phone number, right? Long story short, he calls me. We get on a session. He makes 10K. it's luckily history after that. We actually were at the No Brainer Offer Mastermind, and we structured a 30K, 50K, 100K. I now have 3 50K clients right now, and now we're licensing out different people to help me with it so we can bring on more and help them. Just that Maritza, shout out to her, she got it. And the 50K is the done for you package with everything done in there. It's actually the 100K package. We leave it in for 8 months with it, and you get access to the inner circle. But this is crazy, guys. The middle of the pandemic, I literally got laid off from my window job that I was selling for. I was doing their marketing for free, and the bartending job laid me off. I had no money coming in, just very similar like the IRS wiped me out the other day. My fault, but very similar. That's why I wasn't even so nervous on the IRS, because I'm like, I've been here before, it builds up stuff. But this happened, and I started helping people around town, and all of a sudden people started making money. Girl refers me to a business owner. He goes, dude, more than any other person, paid me $4,200 and then referred me. I started getting flown out to different companies. But it was the middle of the pandemic. I was on the country network here on the TV show. And literally that interview I bombed, if you ever watch it, because I had a churros call right after. I just booked a call, and I wanted to make sure what I had worked. I guess we did okay, but I didn't have a product. So if you have a product, you can still make money. Okay. But I knew how to generate leads with this format. Okay. So I'd pick people I like, partner with them, and drive my audience to them. We would split anything would sell. It was a low ticket offer to start, $297. I would get half. I did this over and over and over again. I love promoting others that I believed in and learned. Actually, the person I promoted is now a business partner of mine. He wasn't at the time. His name's Andy Day of it. But this is a long process. If you guys know business, okay, or you ever get into marketing, this is it. This is the process that we do. We have people on retainers anywhere from 5 to 25K a month with Silver Spoon and everything. But you have to meet, submit, back and forth, design. It's a headache. And this is really when you're checking a refined process, it will take this time. But just to start off, to make it very simple, okay, you really will do it into a 3-2-1. We'll build up a no-brainer offer, whether on your calendar or funnel page, if you have it already. Okay, your calendar, funnel page, have it right copy. Very important what you say. Then this is the biggest thing. This is what I've gotten paid blessed to look over a webinar for $7,800 or look over or build a brand message video was this. And it's your brand message. It's what to say in that actual video is huge. If you get that right, it'll lead very well. And then the next part is driving traffic to it. The conversational copy, what to say, whether it's in DMs, we actually have a whole team of appointment setters who do it now. We have this kid Zubar, and we have Nathaniel, who's on my live on Instagram tonight. But if you do it all right, it leads to sales for multiple things, whether it's you have a 3-week, 6-week program for $3,000, whether you get contracted out $1,000 by a big company, whether it's a $47 product. These are actually pretty old. We have a lot of bigger ones we could probably put in here too. But what if you could automate the process? So I know you guys are thinking, man, Jeff's on YouTube. What we're going to do is we're going to take the best part of this. We'll cut out and we'll automate it in either a VSL software called Webinar Jam or whatever one's the trending one. And we'll retarget it to people who are looking to do this. Okay. So that's what you can do. I owned an automation software. What makes me an AI expert, I know everybody's an AI expert now, was I lost a lot of money trying to do an AI software, and I made a lot of money for brands. And I literally, the goodness of my heart, would have a business. Let's say you owned a Baskin Robbins and nobody was coming in. I was able to take my software, and I was able to, anybody who talked about ice cream, send them, hey, have you tried out my Baskin Robbins in the location? And we'd actually feed in leads. People, it was freaky because we do it through post flow. We got shut down by Instagram and influencer. But what happened was I worked with so many people because I wanted them to keep my software and be a good business that I helped them convert in their DMs to get to their offer, and I fixed their offer. So I got really good at marketing just by building the software, even though the software is never what it was. So I took the same strategy. We took it to TikTok. So my brother, who when your family listens to you, you're doing something right, who's making leadership go viral, and he has it. Never did any automation sales, but using the social media trends and following the simple method, made an automated sale without even sending a message. It was awesome. It was the best ever when my brother said, man, your strategy works and everything. So who am I? So I'm Jeff J. Cunningham, founder of Changing Lives Consulting. Just think of Albert of Driven. Think of Tony Robbins with Robbins Institute of Living. Think of Grant Cardone with 10X, right? Or whatever that is. That's me, man. I'm cutting my, planting my flag on that. I'm a brand and marketing consultant, more like Russell Brunson or Gary Vee, Everybody's asked what you do. We do all this. I have a book deal coming out thanks to Mike Alden called Getting Rich in Recession. And then we wrote a book on Clubhouse. I blew up on Clubhouse and Story and Secrets. I've been paid on all social media influencers, including Cameo. I have a way to get you guys on Cameo. I got to give it to Angela Duncan. She's one of our clients, the #1 female coach. Forget it, Susie Orman. We're going to build her up pretty big. But podcast host of the Make More Money podcast. Go listen to season 1. Season 2 is coming out now with a lot of people that you would know. And then we have a new show called Never Forget This. And then the Kokomo J studio, you can see I was starting to build it here in my Miami thing, is going to be in Miami in September. We're going to have really big celebrities on it. It's going to be awesome. I've spoken at multiple events, and now we got more thanks to a lot of people believing in me. And I one of the most recognizable names in that big like influence entrepreneur space. And I host weekly masterminds, which is the Tuesday night at 8 o'clock call, and then destinations. We're doing something. So these are the questions before the call that I want you to answer. If you had to focus on one thing, what would it be? Would it be would it be your brand awareness, personal and business brand? Would it be that? Write that down. Okay. Would 2 be systems and processing? Would 3 be leadership and development? Would 4 be marketing, consulting, ad spend? What would you could put it in the chat? Anybody listening or anybody on the thing later on? But I would want to know, or you can come off mute too as well, because we're near the end of this here. But I want to know which one's the one for you. All right. Then the second thing I want is you to look at this sheet here and say, what's your one word that has you? You know, a lot of people think energy when they have me. Jeff, we like your energy, right? My word's inspire. If I'm someone who's not done X, Y, and Z, and I can build all this and get to 100K months and everything, then I want to inspire you guys that you can do it too, and I can help you do it, right? I want to get your personal brand, what it stands for. I want to position your value prop and then get your mission statement. It'll help you by building personal brand, have a line out the door. People want to work for you. And then this is it. I want you to check off on a list here on what you need: a brand message, conversational copy. What do you have? Do you have a signature short form video? And do you have a value prop come in? This is all the stuff that it takes to get to organic lead list. And then once you have a lead list of 2,000 to 4,000 people, then we can go to paid advertising, right? So those are the questions in recap. What's the most important to you? We want to know before your call. Is it brand awareness, systems, marketing, or do you want leadership and hiring people better? Because we'll get you with the right consultant. What's your one word that you want people to know you for? And then what do you need out of this? Maybe you have nothing. If you have all this built out, if you have your brand message done, if you have a short form video, if you have conversational copy and a value prop, then you're probably ready for the next step. So basically how we can help you is we can get you brand awareness in the correct market to get more leads. I've done it for a lot of very amazing people that I love. I love doing it. I love helping people win. And then culture, better crew, talent. As you build up your personal brand or business brand, more people are going to want to work for you. And then you won't lose with marketing consultants that don't care with your soul for success. This is my company. I own it. I gladly would fund anybody if they don't. So Trusted by Team. This is me and our team on a call here with Kurt. We still haven't closed Kurt yet. Kurt, if you watch this on the replay, I'm reaching out to you. But your knowledge is on another level. This is another kid that we have here. This is the
live video. Who's that? Jeff the Entrepreneur. Hey, Jeff, what's up, man? Yeah, come on up here and see me, brother. What's Jeff the Entrepreneur? I met Jeff on Clubhouse back in December.
Yeah. What up, brother? How you doing? You hear me okay here or no?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
So I always need music in the background to work. I'm actually working on a funnel right now. Yo, Myron,
So I always put it in little videos like this. This was me over the years. Someone made this for me, like a fan, a Fiverr. But these are, we won't go through all the words there. But this here is what you don't need to do. Actually, we'll show you this.
Wallet, it's not expensive. He's a cheap guy, you don't want to buy
Yeah,
that.
I just met her, she's got to earn it, you know what I'm saying?
So this is back when I was doing preparation and giving. I have a bad gimmick for girls always want me to buy them stuff. But this is a consulting contract. This was my first consulting contract. We framed it was a 64 consulting deal. It won us the award of most influential in LA.
Your life already changed. You're already crushing it.
Yeah, no, but dude, listen. This is one thing about me. I can always learn more. There's something I haven't learned. I tried to opt into it before.
So a lot of times I want to think, so it's a limited amount of coaches. We literally only have 6 right now licensed for it. And to get on a call with me as we run this and we cut it up really good, it's going to get more. So we're going all in this to pay it off. So don't be disappointed if we say, hey, we can't take it on. I have 3. I'm personally taking on 5 at the 50K price because it's just right for my time. We got off somebody at that time, which you guys will notice if you ever do get into that or you've ever coach or consultant yourself. So we do not offer you an invitation. Don't feel it's not like anything like that. You will get value out of the call, guaranteed. Listen to your consultant. The consultant Ken is the person to say. You can write down this number 1-203-671-3673. 1-203 671-3673, or 727-955-2777, 727-955-2777. Either of those numbers will get you to the coach and consultant. So as we stop off here, we have a live legend guest in here who owns Baskin Robbins. This is great. So I'm going to stop the live so he's not broadcasting. I'm sure he's okay on that too. That was great, Ramsey. Thank you. So guys, anybody watching this on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, we're going to cut this out live. I have, what time is it? 9:10. You can tell my dreams keep me awake because I'm out here still working, but I'm going to say hi to one of the guests that came on. And then, but anybody else on this who's in here, there'll be a link on the YouTube. Click the link. There won't be too many questions, less friction. You can get right on a call with Ken and see if this program is right for you. If you're looking to build your brand or your business up and do any of that. All right. Thank you, guys.